Good evening and welcome to the Park Life Football Podcast, the final whistle show. Tonight's show, we pay our tributes to Gary Speed, former Wales legend, and our main topic this week is managers in trouble. Listen to all the reaction from this week's games with our lads in the studio, coming live. Welcome to the Park Life Football Podcast. We've got the usual boys in the studio. We've got Thomas Shott.
Hello.
Andy Banks. Hello. Jamie Hillsden.
Hello.
And Danny Roberts.
Hi.
Danny Roberts is a new member to the show. Give us a quick intro to yourself, Danny.
Well, I'm studying sports journalism with all the boys here, and I'm a Bolton fan.
Brilliant. Everyone just give yourself a quick intro. We'll start with Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie Hillsden, sports journalism with you guys. Manchester United supporter.
Brilliant. Andy.
Hello, Andy Banks, sports journalist, follower of Leicester City and Liverpool.
And Tom, big predictor man.
Same again, I'm sports journalist and a United fan, Man United fan.
And you've got myself, Luke Parkinson, big Man United fan studying sports journalism here at Leeds Trinity. So let's kick it off, boys. Gary Speed, what terrible news we've had over the weekend from about Gary Speed, obviously the death of Gary Speed. Give us a bit of reaction to that.
Well, I just thought it was shocking, waking up in the morning and hearing the news. Just not expecting it. He was the last person I expected to do that to himself. I mean, there's nothing to suggest why he would have done it. He reportedly hung himself, but that's not got much to do with it. He killed himself, but just shocking, really.
Yes, I remember him when I had a season ticket at Bolton. He was always a really happy, bubbly character off the pitch and a great player on it. And
he seems to have everything right in his life.
Nobody had a bad word to say about him, did they? Really?
He's doing well with Wales at the moment.
He was a genuine nice lad, wasn't he?
He's got a wife. He's got 2 kids. I don't know why he done it.
Let's just listen to a bit of reaction then. Obviously, the family of Gary Speed said they're overwhelmed with the support they received following the death of the Wales manager. He was found dead yesterday at age 42. The indications is that he took his own life. Lee Stott looks back on his career.
Came at his first club, winning the league title with Leeds in 1992. Gary McAllister played with him in that team, and he also appeared alongside Speed on a football television programme on Saturday afternoon. He told Sky Sports News there was no indication that anything like this was coming.
I couldn't see anything in Gary that suggests that he was depressed or feeling anxiety.
Speed, the first player to make 500 Premier League appearances, also won admiration for his playing days at Newcastle, Everton and Bolton. He later featured for Sheffield United, where he started his managerial career. That led to the Wales job, where he'd created optimism ahead of the 2014 World Cup qualifying campaign. The national side has 4 wins in the last 5 games. A book of condolence has been opened at the Football Association of Wales headquarters in Cardiff. Chief Executive Jonathan Ford says it's far too early to determine the next step.
The future, we've not even started to talk about that. I mean, at this moment in time, we've had emergency staff meetings, we've huddled, we've cried.
The shocking news emerged yesterday lunchtime, about an hour before Swansea kicked off against Aston Villa. Prime Minister David Cameron says the events before that game paid great tribute.
To see the reaction of teams and of fans who kept that incredible silence and then a round of applause because they respected and revered him so much.
An inquest into his death will be opened at Warrington Coroner's Court at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
So there we go, boys. A bit of reaction from the Speed of Gary's death. He played for Leeds, Everton, Newcastle, Bolton and Sheffield United. He managed Sheffield United towards the end of his career, player manager, and then went on to be manager there. And we're in Wales, obviously, where he had a 50% win rate. He won 4 of his last 5 qualifiers, so you can't really understand where this has all come from.
All you can probably say is that it's not due to his career. It's nothing that he's got a problem there.
Everyone in the game totally respected him,
yeah.
But you just got to think: did he know that though? Did he know that everyone respected him? Because since his death, everybody. I don't think a single person dislikes him. I don't think a single journalist, fell out with him during his career in football. I mean, he's an all-round nice bloke, really.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't agree more with you. There's nobody I've heard who's had a bad word to say about him. Obviously, he won first and second division with Leeds, FA Cup finalist twice with Newcastle, League Cup finalist with both Leeds and Bolton. So what a successful career. Why Why would a man just want to do this to himself?
That's the question, really. I mean, obviously, it's all going to come out eventually. It'd be interesting to know why he's done what he's done.
But even on Football Focus, he was talking about how well he's been doing with Wales, how he was looking forward to the World Cup campaign, how he thought he had a chance of qualifying. So, I mean, there was no signs that he was ill or not happy with life, so it is a shock.
It was interesting to hear what the presenter of Football Focus, Dan Walker, had to say. He just said he didn't notice anything. Didn't notice anything wrong with him. He just thought, they're just chatting like normal, saying, "Oh, you're gonna go watch the football later. It'll be good to have you back in the studio again soon." He only recently opened a Twitter account as well. Dan Walker revealed, saying, "Oh, I've got 3,000 more followers now since I've been on the show, and I need to get tweeting more." So nothing seemed out of the ordinary. I just don't understand it.
He said he was talking about his kids, and Dan Walker got quite upset yesterday on Twitter. He was saying, "If I'd have known yesterday, what could I have said that would have kept him here today?" So it's
I
it's a great thing, but it's
a horrible thing.
It's
Horrible
affected
feeling.
him.
He's always gonna have a guilty conscience now, isn't he? Now? But I was watching him on Football Focus, and he was joking around. He was all sprightly. There was no signs of depression.
Yeah, he was with his mate McAllister in the studio. Like we just heard from him in that little report from Lee Stott. Just don't understand.
They were saying after the show they went up and spoke to the Match of the Day cast. They were just watching the football, predicting scores for the next day. They never saw anything bad within him.
Yeah, he went up to sit in the production office to talk to his mate Alan Shearer, and Shearer's saying how he just was talking normally, how he's just gonna go home, watch the footy, whatever. It's just out of the blue.
And he didn't seem to. It's as if when he left Football Focus, he said bye, but he gave Dan Walker said that he gave him a warm handshake. But I don't know if he knew he was going to do it or.
Yeah, you got a feeling that you think he might have planned it, Andy.
Yeah, well I know it's probably not right, but I've got a small feeling that he's had it planned for a while, and he would use in Football Focus for his last kind of viewing on TV. But that's controversial.
It is controversial.
Obviously, you've seen Shea Given as well before the game.
He was in tears.
Aston Villa game, he was in tears.
Yeah.
Apparently said that was a contact lens, but I beg to differ, and I think it was tears for his friend Speed.
There's no shame in crying.
It's totally understandable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If it's like one of your best mates in football in life, and he's just killed himself and playing a game the same day.
Right, then let's move on. We'll move on to the main topic of the week in a minute. Right, let's move on to this main topic of the week then. Managers in trouble. There's a few who've been touted about have been in trouble. Steve Bruce, Owen Coyle and Steve Keane. Sunderland, Bolton and Blackburn. Let's start with Sunderland. Steve Bruce is in a bit of trouble now.
Yeah, a loss against what you could say is a poor Wigan side at the weekend, 2-1. And I don't know what the defending was, but you look at the team, you've got some good players, and they don't seem to be performing well.
Yeah, 6th in the league, only got 5 points from a possible 15 in the last 5 games. Not looking too good for them, really. They've only won 2 of their last games in all competitions this season. That's against Bolton and Stoke, 2-0 and 4-0. Struggling definitely.
Yeah, definitely struggling big time. And we've got Danny in today, Bolton fan. Tell us what you think. Owen Coyle, stay or go?
I want to say stay, because looking back, it was Bolton fans that wanted to bring him in to replace Megson. I think that's why Gartside brought him in. But last year he did well, and everyone says, "Oh, he did brilliantly last year," but it wasn't his team; it was Gary Megson's team. This year he's brought his own players in. They've not really improved the team. They're just similar players to what we've already got rid of. We've not replaced Almander, even though he wasn't a prolific goal scorer, but we're just not getting results, and something's got to change.
Yeah, I think you need to give the manager a chance, really. That's how it works. You've got to keep your manager and keep the faith.
Yeah, you don't get anywhere in football.
I mean, look at Alex Ferguson. He had a terrible start to his Manchester United managerial career. Look where he is now. You just got to give your managers a chance, I think.
Fair point, but only 3 wins in the league since getting beat by Stoke last season in that FA Cup semi-final. I know, Danny, you were there on the day.
Yeah, it was.
Has that demoralised Bolton?
I think it's definitely demoralised the fans, and that's who you need to be behind your team. They're bringing in the revenue, and that's how we're going to buy more players in. But I don't think we should get rid of Owen Coyle. Like I say, we wanted him in, but something has got to change somewhere. I just don't know what.
Look at your defence. You conceded 31 goals in the Premier League alone. That's an average of 2.5 goals a game. So you're looking at your defence.
Where do the problems lie?
It is, but that's another thing that he said he's tried to strengthen. He's kept Gary Cahill, so we can't blame it on
I think Gary Cale's been
going.
poor this season.
Yes. His
What has
mind's
he
been
done this
somewhere else.
season?
I
He's been
think he
very
might-
quiet this season.
You
I
might have
think
had the
he's just thinking of it going.
distractions. There's distractions in the summer and all the talks of him moving. I don't know.
Few distractions maybe, but I just think he's been quiet and
Maybe he wanted to move to
there's
Arsenal.
too many tinkering with the defence. He doesn't know who's his strongest right back. He's got Boyata, Steinson, Ricketts. He wants to play there.
Brought Tyrone Mears in as well. Obviously
Tyrone
broke
Mears
his
got
leg,
injured
but
straight away, yeah. And then Robinson at left back. I think he's very average, to be honest.
I've never rated Robinson. When he came to the club, I didn't think he was good enough.
Right, so moving on from Bolton, another Northwest club, Blackburn. Big trouble there. Steve Keane was getting a lot of jeers from the fans, and that's being kind. Picked up 2 points from the last 5 games. Sat at the bottom of the table. Only one win this season. That was 4-3 over Arsenal. What is going on at Blackburn?
Yeah, I feel now they need to get rid of Steve Keane. Definitely need to get rid of him. I mean, the fans are revolting against him, and that's not having a good effect on the players on the pitch. I think they just need to get a new manager now, wipe the slate clean, and start again.
You say about the players, but I heard Yakubu midweek say that they've got faith in the manager.
Yeah, you don't know though.
Maybe just keeping up appearances for the TV.
Yeah, because they're trying to look like they're a team, they're chilling, but you don't know what's happening there. I mean, all the fans, they're not on Steve Keane's side, and I mean, if the fans are on the manager's side, it always helps, doesn't it? I mean, instead of like cheering at Steve Keane during the match, I mean, you should be cheering on the players,
encouraging your players.
Yeah, and obviously they're playing, they're hearing all this, and obviously this has had a negative effect on their game.
Is it Steve Keane though? Is it the players? Are the players just poor standard? They haven't kept a clean sheet all season.
I think they've got some good players like Scott Dan and Chris Samba at the back. I think they're 2 quality centre backs.
So why have they not kept a clean sheet all season?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I think you got to look at Steve Keane now.
Sacking Allardyce was a mistake in the first place.
Well, we all know that.
I think
It
the
was a definite
worst, the
mistake.
thing that the fans aren't happy with is, I think it was touched upon last week's show, that Steve Keane's agent works with Venky's, or he's got an association with him, and that's how he got the job. They said, Sam Allardyce isn't doing the job, let's put Steve Keane in. He's just not got any performances out of the team. and he's
Has
not
he
got
had a
results.
job before?
He's got no experience, is it?
Nobody knows who Steve Keane is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. I couldn't tell you.
I think that's different with Steve Bruce and Owen Coyle. They've had success at other clubs.
Yeah.
To jump straight into the Premier League in your first managerial.
Because it didn't work at Blackburn when Paul Ince came in.
No.
And they soon got rid of him.
That was a mistake as well.
But the fans didn't revolt against Paul Ince as much. They have Steve Keane. And
I think that's because he's respected as a player. more
yeah,
than
exactly.
anything.
And
Steve Keane's got nothing.
no
Really.
experience at all. I think they need to get rid of him now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we're saying Steve Keane to go. What about Owen Coyle?
Give him time.
I admire Owen Coyle. I think he did well at Burnley, and I think he deserved the step up. But obviously he needs. Have Bolton got any money? They haven't got any money, have they, to spend?
They're not much.
A lot in debt.
So far in debt. But it's just.
And the players he has brought, like I said, they've not done anything. They're not improving the team, which is quite.
I think Bolton could be a team that needs to go down before they'll realise that they need to regroup and then come back up. So Sunderland, Steve Bruce, go.
Well, you look at the money he's spent, and he's basically formed that team. He's bought the players he wants, and if they're not performing, then you have to look at the manager, I think.
So who's going to come back in? Mark Hughes, somebody like that?
Martin O'Neill, maybe.
There's a few good managers about there.
Yes, yeah.
Big Sven.
Right, we'll get on then with these matches from this weekend. Right, let's get cracking with this week's Super Sunday, Liverpool Man City. I know that Andy and Jamie had that bet. You're probably both pretty happy with that result. You can get your money in your pocket.
I'd have liked, being a Man United fan, this is one time I'll be saying it, I wanted Liverpool to win, like you lads probably did over there. But I'm happy with the draw, so that I don't owe Andy a pint anymore. Well, we said £2, that's the cost of a pint. So
Yeah,
but
It's quite cheap, isn't it?
Let's go through the game then a bit.
Well, we watched it. First half was quite poor. Both teams were just like keeping the ball, not really attacking much.
Until the 31st minute, I woke up and cracking header from Vincent Kompany. Though I did think that was a well taken
Nice
goal.
shoulder.
Yeah, it wasn't really his head, was it?
Oh yeah, he hit into the ground, off the post and in. Lovely. I'll take that any day. And then he got Joleon Lescott. He's got a great finesse shot on that.
What a finish.
Own goal. Oh, well, he must be, because he got a yellow card before that as well.
You could have had 2 on goals, Lescott.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a
Some
comedy
dodgy
on goal as
clearances.
well, wasn't it? Joe Hart scrambling about.
Do you think the own goals are unlucky? What do you think?
Just think Lescott lost his
Comically
bearings.
unlucky.
Just instinct, isn't it? Really, to stick
Lack
your
of
leg out.
concentration.
I know Gary
Yeah.
Neville doesn't think it's unlucky.
Yeah.
He's a United fan, though, isn't he? Right, what about Balotelli? He's been in the news again for the wrong reasons. Apparently, he was robbing his own house, however that's possible.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I
He
won't
got
put it
sent
past
off.
Balotelli.
He came on as a sub, second half, and he's been sent off before the end of the game.
He's only on the pitch for 20 minutes. He's a silly boy. He needs to stop making these mistakes.
The fouls were cynical fouls as well.
I'm not sure about the second one. I
Oh,
know
Mancini said
it's
that.
the first yellow card, but I wouldn't think.
No, I
he was
think he definitely looked at
leads with
yeah,
the
he
goals
looked
a
at
lot.
Skell, didn't he? I don't think if he'd kept his eyes on the ball, then fair point. But he looked at Skell, and I think he knew what he was going
I
to do.
don't think it would have been a straight red.
Because he didn't jump for the ball; he just ran into him. And
You'd take a yellow.
Whenever
Yeah.
your elbow goes near someone's face, it's always a yellow
Always a
card.
yellow,
It's
yeah.
just
They know the
City-
rules.
he's got to do it. The referee's got to do it.
Mancini wasn't happy either, was he? Sent
No,
him,
he doesn't agree with it, does he?
sent him
Mancini.
straight down the tunnel. But yeah, it was a red card, definitely a red card.
He needs
And I
to
think
learn.
Liverpool should have really upped
I
the
think we should
tempo.
have won. Joe pulled off like that save from Carroll.
That's what I said.
Great.
They gave the man of the match, didn't they, to Lucas?
Oh,
I think Joe Hart deserved
don't agree
it.
with that.
Yeah,
at all.
that'll have been Kenny Dalglish giving man of the match out probably.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do anything wrong, but it didn't really do
Oh, I
anything
just think
spectacular.
Liverpool left it a bit too late to up the tempo. I mean, Balotelli got sent off 83rd minute, and then Liverpool they upped the tempo a bit too late though. If they upped the tempo and stayed it from the start of the tempo like that from the very beginning, I think they could have clinched that and got the 3 points.
But I think Joe Hart did help them out a lot, especially
Yeah.
that save in the 90-yard.
I've got nothing but admiration for Joe Hart, quality keeper.
I like him. I do like him.
Going back to the Balotelli point, I was told by a City fan earlier today that he got sent off, and when he went down to the dressing room, he trashed
Oh, I've heard that.
Liverpool's dressing
Is
room.
that right?
He's been
So-
kicking the door in or something.
So he'll be in the news again.
He's like a big kid,
And
isn't he?
Mancini
Yes.
said that if there's damage, he'll pay for it, just like he paid for his house.
When he got sent off, did you see it?
He
When
got sent
Mancini
straight
and
down.
Balotelli, yeah, they had a little argument.
Yeah.
He sent him straight down, wasn't he?
I think
Tunnel.
Mancini started showing his authority now with the Tevez. He looked a bit like who's in charge here? Is it the players or is it the manager? But I think he's
mean,
put his foot down. a lot.
Talking to Tevez, you look at Tevez, right, and then you look at Shea Given. Tevez refusing to play. Shea Given, his
Yeah.
mate, he's just killed himself. He's crying on the pitch for Shea Given, and he's not refusing to play,
Isn't
is
that
he?
Billy Sharp at Doncaster?
Yeah.
His
He played a couple.
2-year-old
He scored, didn't he?
son died and
Scored
then
the
came
game
on,
after.
scored, dedicated to his son, played again.
Carlos Tevez is an absolute disgrace, really.
Yeah.
I think he needs to get out of the Premier League, move to AC Milan for a week. He's just an
Yeah.
absolute disgrace to English Premier League football.
Yeah.
Refusing to
I'm just reading
play.
here that Carlos Tevez is actually saying Milan will only sign him if it's on a loan deal. So City still aren't getting rid of him. It's just going to be a loan deal.
Yeah,
but Manchester
City-
City say they'll only consider a permanent transfer. So
Yeah, I can understand that.
They just want to get rid of it, don't they? He's disrupting the harmony and stuff. I don't think it's doing well. I say it's not doing Man City well, but he's not there, is he? At the minute, where is he? Is he back at Man
I
City
don't know
now?
where he is now.
Who?
Apparently gone
Carlos
AWOL,
Tevez,
hasn't
is
he?
he still in Argentina?
He's still somewhere, not in England,
Probably
somewhere.
back
I
in
don't know where.
Argentina.
Just travels, doesn't
But talking
Probably be homesick again.
he? Yeah.
one of Man City's top strikers, Aguero, he had a quiet game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's gone a bit quiet now. He had a nice start when he first came across.
Yeah, but to be fair, he
Kinda
played
be
against
quiet
his
now.
first game was against Swansea. And he
Was,
scored
yeah.
2. So, yeah,
Maybe he's getting found
he
out.
is a good player.
Right, we'll move on then to the second Super Sunday game, Swansea Villa. Bit overshadowed
Great
really by
game.
the death of Gary Speed. I think many people had their minds elsewhere. I know a few of the Villa players knew Speed well, and obviously it was in Wales.
Yeah, he was in Wales, yeah. I thought Vorm in the Swansea goal, he had an absolute great game. Did you see the saves he made?
Yeah.
Awesome saves.
Yeah.
He does look like a good keeper.
But didn't we say this would be a 0-0 or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Swansea can't score at home, Villa can't win away.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, have you seen Swansea's clean sheet record at home? It's
Yeah, they
they
pass
keep
it
a
well.
lot.
They pass it round
Yeah.
very well.
You've got solid defence, and then you're always going to pick up points if you don't concede.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we'll move on then. Saturday's game, Arsenal-Fulham. The late kick-off down at the Emirates.
Well, Vermaelen got a brace, didn't he? Scored on both ends.
Double for Vermaelen. How many times has he done that?
What
I
was
think
he
his
doing
own
with the
goal
first
was a better strike than his second as well.
Yeah, what's going on with his own goal?
It
Don't
was
understand
finesse, he
that.
seemed to
Why does
stroke
he
it
use his
in.
left foot?
That was a lovely
His
own
left
goal.
foot directs it towards goal, his right foot directs it away, and he wants to use his left foot.
He must have just directed it in.
He was just testing out Chesney, wasn't he? Just,
Yeah, I think he was actually.
But good header, to be fair. You could see him like run from midfield and then get on the end of it. But he got a bit of a red face as well, didn't he?
Definitely
No one's getting.
points dropped for Arsenal there, though. I think that's one they'd
Yeah,
expect to win at the
they'd be
Emirates.
disappointed they didn't get the 3 points there. They would be.
Keeps him in seventh. Could have been pushing up the table, I think, a bit more, trying to get into that fifth spot. Especially with United and drawing. and at Newcastle they could have moved themselves up the table.
Yeah, we were all saying an Arsenal win, weren't we, the other night in the studio?
I think it's definitely 2 points dropped for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go on then. Bolton Everton. We've got our resident Bolton fan in. Give us an overview of this game, Danny.
Lacklustre defending, couldn't pass the ball. Everton were just better on the day.
Yeah, a shocking challenge from David Wheater in the 20th minute as well.
It was.
Didn't like that at all.
His touch. He's not that sort of player.
No,
from
he's not,
watching,
but it's a
his
coward
touch,
tackle.
Yeah.
And
Touch
to
let
do
him
it on
down,
the
he just
halfway
dived
line
in.
as well.
There was no need to make the tackle.
It was his first touch that let him down.
Yeah.
Do you think that resulted in what was to be a loss of 2-0 to Everton? Do you think that?
Being honest, I think we'd probably have lost anyway.
Yeah.
I think we're just in one of them runs that we can't do anything right. There's injuries everywhere, and it's just not going well.
Yeah, that recorded back-to-back wins for Everton in the Premier League. Manager David Moyes tells Sky Sports it was a well-earned victory.
They've done really well the last week. They've deserved it. They've worked hard at it, and we've got a good team. You know, we just need to start showing it by our results.
So it looks like Everton are getting that Christmas time push up the table as they usually do. As I mentioned in the last show, it looks like they're going to continue doing that.
They're a really quiet team, Everton. You don't really hear of the results.
They always hang around mid-table sort of area, don't they?
It's like Tottenham a few years ago before they started like pushing for Champions League places. They always used to do well quietly, and that Velios as well.
Very sly team. Velios, yeah.
In his last game, he came on and scored with his first touch. He scored with like his third touch against Bolton. He's getting known as super sub, but the problem comes when he wants to start starting games.
Yeah.
Yep, brilliant. Right, we'll move on then. Chelsea Wolves. I think there was only one where this game was going to go, and that's towards Chelsea.
I think, especially after only 7 minutes, like a good start. I don't think you could ever see Wolves coming back from. If Wolves would have held them first half, we could have seen maybe an upset, but especially after 7 minutes, heads dropped.
AVB will be happy with the clean sheet as well, to be honest. You know.
AVB?
We talked about it's better than saying Villas Boas. But yeah, they didn't keep a clean sheet for a while, so good 3 points, good clean sheet. I think he'll be happy.
Are you surprised by Sturridge? Obviously had a good season at Bolton last season, and I think they're definitely missing him now. But he's now made himself Chelsea's top striker.
You look at Wilshere, like Bolton seemed to do well for loan plays. Wilshere went there and then he's just set the world alight, hasn't he? And then same with Sturridge, really.
It's just a shame Boyat has not done that this season.
Yeah.
So if you've got any young players, send them to Bolton on loan, get them back and they'll be awesome.
That's what it seems like.
That's
what Owen Carroll's best thing is, building everyone else's players up. And then see you later, go and score goals for them.
Right, brilliant. I've just got a bit of news here. British boxer David Hay. Anybody like him?
Oh, I like David Hay, yeah.
Prefer Klitschko.
Retired now, but
He's just confirmed that his team are in talks with a fight with Vitaly Klitschko in March. The Haymaker hung up his gloves in October, but he's eager to get another crack at one of the world heavyweight titles. So what will his excuse be this time? He's broken, so what's he going to say, or do you think he might beat him?
There's no chance of him beating him.
no, I thought he retired, so he's what?
I thought
he's just coming
Coming
back.
back. He's on the verge of coming out of retirement.
Maybe that'll be a bad decision. I don't know. If he loses, that'll be a very bad decision.
If he just goes for it, he's got a chance. I mean, he's got knockout power. So.
He shouldn't have retired, really.
Well, yeah.
Don't retire and then come back and then lose. That's always bad.
Yeah,
That.
would knock you.
But if he does, I think he'll do it. I have faith in David Hay. I think he's a quality boxer.
Depends how much money's on the table as well.
Big hitter.
Problem is he's fought most of his career at cruiserweight, and now he's making the step up to the Klitschko brothers weight. They dominate. I don't think he's. I think they know too much about boxing for him to win.
Well, if he's coming out of retirement to fight, he obviously believes he can do something. If he knew he was gonna lose, he wouldn't do it. So he's got the confidence.
Yep,
definitely. Has he got the skills?
Right, last 5 games of the show. We'll move on to them. Second half of the show coming up in just a sec. Right then, Man United against Newcastle. What a poor result that is for Man United at home. 1-1. Hernandez should have had a goal, I think, in the last minute. Might have just been offside, but
was offside.
Just a touch from Carrick brought him offside, but a good result for Newcastle.
Well, I think both these teams went into this game having only lost 1 in the last 15, and that was both to Man City. So to me, that's no real surprise. Newcastle, they go well. They play for the point, and I think they did well out there.
Was it a penalty?
No, never a penalty.
No, it
No,
wasn't, no.
never.
I can't see that being
It
a
wasn't
penalty.
a penalty, no.
If that's a penalty, then there's going to be about 50 penalties a week in the Premier League.
What it is an example of a perfect tackle.
Yeah.
Penalty, I don't know. It was the assistant, wasn't it? Who
The
gave
assistant
it
gave
the
it,
Yeah,
the
I think
referee.
Ref give a corner.
But I didn't see anybody appeal for a penalty.
No.
No.
Ben Arthur did, but he was the one who got tackled.
Alright.
He's
But he
never
was in the
appealed.
I think no, I
advertisement
think
box.
I think everyone
Nobody else
knows.
did.
Everyone
No
knows
one else did.
it wasn't a penalty. But these sort of things even themselves out over the season. But no, unfortunate for Man United there. But we should really seen that game off. Newcastle doing well this season. It was a top of the table clash, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But no, like Arsenal, Man United should have got the 3 points.
Yeah, especially
We're
with
just
the chances to
thankful
miss.
some other teams around us drop points. Like obviously
Yeah.
City drop points, so
Yeah, definitely.
it keeps us
Definitely.
just 5 points behind him, and we've still got to play them. And I'm sure at some point over the season, them 5 points will be dropped.
Because I think Chelsea were the only top 6 teams to win, weren't they?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah,
Spurs
Tottenham,
as
Tottenham
well.
won.
Oh, Tottenham as well.
I think the main reason that Newcastle stayed in the game was Tim Krul.
Yeah,
And he's been
he was brilliant.
probably the standout keeper this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
come
great
from
keeper,
nowhere.
Yeah.
What about Gutierrez sending off though? It was some again like Balotelli, just silly tackles and
Petulance, innit? There's no need
daft.
to do them tackles.
lunging in for no reason.
Especially when you're away at Old Trafford and you're putting your team in
Yeah.
even more trouble when they're already attacking.
Hmm.
Yep. Right, Norwich QPR then just got a quick bit from Paul Lambert, who told Sky Sports News he'll let the players take the plaudits for the win.
In the field, if we can't do nothing, we've got to just hope that they go and perform. I trust them. Every time I ask them to do a job, doesn't matter what player it is, they seem to perform, and it's great credit to themselves.
How good have Norwich been this season? That's a good victory, I think, over QPR.
They've been playing like well above expectations. I'm an admirer of like the way they play football. I like them. I like Norwich, and I think, I just think they've got their unit. I think they play the same team every week. They pass it around. They all know each other. They're all good friends, and that's what you need in a football team. None of these like changing teams every week. I think that's what you need.
Yeah, a goal from Luke Young again. He scored one last week, and he's got one again from right back. So QPR will be happy with that. He's probably one of their top scorers now.
Yeah, but Norwich back-to-back promotions, and then they look like they've got a real chance of staying up as well.
Pride of East Anglia at the moment.
Yeah.
I think they'll stay up now. I think halfway through the season now, if they can keep this going for another 10 games or so, just get to February. If they're still in the same position, you're near enough stayed up then.
I think
'cause
you
see
need 40
teams around them.
points. I think, don't you?
Yeah,
to
so
make sure
around
10
40
games
points.
is going to get you. That'll keep you up.
If you
10
keep picking
more
up points at home, well, wins at home.
I think you have to praise Paul Lambert as well because
yeah.
this game he brought Holt on and he brought Houlihan on, didn't he?
Yeah,
in the
and they were-
70th minute and 3
They
minutes
changed the
later,
game.
they both combined and they put Norwich 2-1 up, and obviously it was a winning goal. You have to praise his decisions and his tactical.
Players seem to respect Paul Lambert as well.
Yeah.
If certain managers said, go and do this, I think, like at City, there's too many egos in the team. They would be like, oh, I'll play my own game like Balotelli. But I've spoken to Paul Lambert after a Bolton game, and he was saying how all the boys, there's great team spirit and they'll pull together for each other.
Brilliant match, Stoke then. That ended the poor Premier League form is finally over with that 3-1 win over Blackburn after 4 straight top flight defeats. Manager Tony Pulis tells Sky Sports they're heading the right direction after a difficult start to the season.
Everybody thinks that we've been on an upward curve all the time. We've had our ups and downs, and that's what happens in the Premiership. The most important thing is to just stay as level as you can, keep the players focused, and keep working as hard as what they did today.
It's nice to see Stoke getting back on track. I think they're a good team and a good asset to the Premier League.
Yeah, single-handedly dumped Blackburn to the bottom of the Premier League as well. So well done to them.
I think they'd previous to this they'd let in 14 odd goals, I think, in the last 4 games. So to keep
get your
Blackburn
stats out, Andy.
I know.
Our Andy.
They're definitely an established Premier League team now. Because a few years ago,
Stoke.
people were thinking, oh, there's still a chance that they'll be fighting for relegation, but
Not with players like
think
Crouch and
Tony Pulis has put together a brilliant team for Stoke, and they've still got Delap, who got on the score sheet, as opposed to just doing his throw.
What a specialist he is.
and then Stoke's always a hard place to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they pick up most of the
Fortress
points, innit?
Britannia.
Britannia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got a bit then from manager Steve Keane, who's obviously signed a revised deal at the club this week. I'm not sure what them terms are, and I don't think it'll be right whatever they are. But he's told Sky Sports News he's sure it's a game that Blackburn should have
On
won.
another day, I think we could have had 3 or 4 goals because we've had 15 attempts and 10 of them on target.
This guy's in dreamland, is he not?
Well,
Did he just say that?
Yeah.
If you have 15 attempts and you only score 1, then you have to look at the strikers you've got, do you?
Exactly.
I mean, you should be scoring more.
Well, let's go on then. Sunderland, Wigan, 2 managers who were under threat, but after Martinez has just moved next door to Dave Whelan, Wigan chairman, it looks like he could be staying. But as we said, Steve Bruce on the verge of being sacked. Sunderland 1, Wigan 2.
This is a game you'd want to win, really.
Massive 3 points for
He
Wigan.
needed to win it, didn't he? I think,
I
especially.
don't see how he didn't win it. He's got John O'Shea in the team. Come on.
And Wes Brown, who made a
think-
nice
I think
mistake
it was
as
Wes
usual.
Brown that
He did,
helped,
didn't he?
didn't he?
Wes Brown let him have
Wes
it.
Brown, yeah.
Falls over and forgets
That
the
was
ball.
nothing to do with Manchester
That's what
United.
you can't. You know as a kid not to let the ball bounce, and he did that,
Yeah.
and obviously paid the penalty.
It should have been cleared earlier. There was 2 passes there that shouldn't have been made.
So where they're going wrong, Sunderland, all these good signings that have come in. You got your Larsons, John O'Shea, Wes Brown, coming from bigger clubs.
He's bought experienced Premiership players, so when you look at the team, they should be doing well. But
Have they been rocked by Jan moving on?
no, I don't think so. Well, Bentner, he's experienced Premier League striker. He might not be the best, but he can get you some goals. But I don't think Jan. I don't think that situation's got anything to do with the form. You just got to look at if the players want to play for Bruce or if he's picking the right team.
Well, let's give Wigan a bit of credit. Obviously, it's a nice win for that and moves him off the bottom of the table for what I think is a good manager in Roberto Martinez.
Yeah, he turned down Aston Villa, stuck with Wigan. So I mean, I don't think you can sack him. You need to give him some more time.
Let's just hear then what he told Sky Sports News after a result had been coming, in his opinion.
We were heavily tested in how to keep our standards and keep doing the right things and keep soaking the pressure that Sunderland put us under. And in that respect, we played with a real confidence. And that's a sign of what we got in the squad.
So happy Martinez there. He feels that his squad are coming together now and might be able to get a few more results. But I think they'll be scrapping all season and they might just get out if they're lucky.
It's looking dire for North West teams, really.
Yeah,
Wigan,
definitely.
Blackburn, Bolton, all in trouble.
Yeah.
All managers expected to move on.
Yeah, so move on then. Last game, West Brom Tottenham. I remember Mr. Thomas Schott giving us a nice little tip for this
Just
game.
about
A
to
Tottenham
mention,
win.
I'd just
what
like to
did you
point
say?
out. Right.
First tip of the week was evens on Tottenham.
And do you know what? I went with that, and I put £5 on Tottenham.
Double your money.
I doubled my money.
Yep. Brilliant. There we go then. Thomas Schott is the tipster. You need
So-
to follow his
So
ways.
far,
Need
so
to keep
far.
it up now.
I'm looking forward to this one later as well.
We'll move on then. We'll have a quick look at the Carling Cup games and we'll each give our own predictions. Let's see if Tom Schott can get it right this week.
Back in
Arsenal, Manchester City. How do you think this game's going to turn out, boys?
2-0 Man City.
See, are they all going to take it as seriously as obviously these big fixtures? But are
Massive
they going to
games.
play the full teams?
Well,
'Cause
I know that Liverpool said they will not play for
They've
the
not
team
yet.
after.
Two
That's
games,
Liverpool out
of-
two games in 3 days.
I
So,
think
yeah.
City have got strength in depth. Liverpool.
Yeah,
You can't really say City are going to put out a poor squad. Team.
Everyone's decent.
Look at the squad. They've got immense talent. So whatever they put out is going to be good enough.
When your bench has Dzeko,
Exactly.
Adam Johnson, all these sorts of players,
Internationals
you're
on
doing
your
all
bench.
right for yourself.
Yeah.
Young players as well, like Savage and stuff. They ain't bad. They're half decent.
Yeah.
But I like watching Arsenal youngsters, and I think
Have they got like good youngsters anymore? I mean, like most of the youngsters are in the first team, aren't they? I don't know many youngsters in the reserves at the minute.
they've got a few, but I don't.
They'd
Obviously,
still
I
be
don't,
classed as Arsenal youngsters, though,
yeah.
regardless
Yeah.
if they're playing first team football or not.
No, but if you look at like Ramsey, he used to get Carling Cup games. Now he's first choice.
So it's like Jenkinson, isn't it? He's a
Yeah, well,
new
yeah.
signing. He's been playing in the first team. I think he'll play. There's obviously they've got players in the reserves. I hope they put stuff like Henry Lansbury and stuff. But
That Park might get a game up front as well. So
oh yeah, Park. Oh, he
Oh,
will.
yeah, it'll be interesting to watch.
Cup player.
Yeah.
He's
just
scored in the
depends
cup.
what
didn't he?
team you put out.
Then they'll get a bit more revenue from Japan for him playing. A bit more
Mhm.
money. Right then, give us a prediction. We'll start with Jamie. Arsenal, Man City. What's your
Yeah.
prediction?
2-0 Man City for me.
Fancy them, do you?
Yeah. Arsenal ain't got a look in really. Seriously. 2-0. That's what I'm saying.
Not even if Van Persie plays.
Well, no, he didn't look too good in the game.
That's 'cause I bet
Against
on him.
Fulham.
Like Alan Shearer said on Match Today, he's in a goal drought now. He's not scored for 9
Yeah,
minutes.
I think he's got that problem now.
Big drought, that.
The Christmas problem. Yeah. So.
He'll be out. He'll be injured probably for Christmas. He likes to have 2 months off normally.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
Right, Chelsea, Liverpool. Then obviously we've said Liverpool are playing a weakened team.
Yeah.
Kenny Dalglish told the fans that quite a while ago. So Chelsea win.
Yeah, Chelsea should be looking to get a good win here.
I think they
Nah.
want revenge more than anything.
No, they beat him away a couple of weeks ago. The spirit will be high. I reckon they'll give him a good fight. Nick a 1-0 win.
Danny, give us a prediction for this game then.
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
I'd agree with that.
I can see
I
that.
don't think so.
So you fancy the Liverpool youngsters to go down to Stamford Bridge, nick a goal?
Nick a goal.
Might be 1-0 up after 10 minutes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, Chelsea are going to put like Hilario in goal, aren't they? Or whoever they've got.
He's got nice agility.
Is it really?
Hilario, he's good.
40-year-old.
He's like 45.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The 50-year-old.
Brad Friedel's like 40, and he's quality.
Kevin Poole's about 51. He's still playing for Burton Albion.
Hilario and
Ex-Bolton keeper.
Right then, Man United, Crystal Palace. There's only one winner of this, isn't there? Surely. Crystal Palace aren't going to come.
You say that, but you never know. Man
Yeah,
United.
they've had poor form in the Championship.
I
They
thought
started
Palace were
well.
doing well.
No, they've dropped down a bit now.
What sort of team? What sort of team do you think United are going to be playing on Tuesday night?
You're going to have to go.
Probably have
Lindegaard in goal.
Park Ji-sung.
Park will play.
Valencia.
That's good.
We'll have Fryer, left back.
Yeah.
Smalling, Jones.
Get Oliver Gill out there.
Somebody else we've never heard of at
Oliver Gill.
centre-back.
The Keane twins on the bench.
The Kings. David Petrucci.
Yep.
He's good.
Who appears on the football coupon inside Old Trafford every week, even though he's never played a first team appearance. But yeah, you can bet 16-1 he'll score first goal.
Tricking you.
Bookmakers.
Is that your tip of the day?
Tip of the day.
No,
David Petrucci hat-trick.
I'm not giving my tip yet.
Calm down.
I'm
Calm down.
Yeah,
we can wait for
Tottenham
it.
one came in.
Did you even put the Tottenham one
I
on?
didn't.
No, I didn't.
See, I did.
I need to start
I'm not
following
listening
my
to
own
Tim.
You
tips.
made Andy money.
I
Made
did.
Andy money.
Cheers, mate.
I know. I made someone some money.
Right, go on then, Andy. Give us your prediction. United Crystal Palace.
I don't want
he's thinking about
Man
it.
U to win, but they're gonna win for 3-1.
Very bitter.
3-1?
Very
impartial. Very impartial
I
for
know.
Andy there.
Don't want it.
Right, now we're going to go for the fixture of the Carling Cup finals. The Welsh Cardiff City versus the brilliant Blackburn Rovers.
Great game.
Steve Keane.
This could see the end of Steve Keane if Cardiff win.
Liking the alliteration there. Brilliant Blackburn.
They've impressed me so far this season, Blackburn.
No, I'm seeing Cardiff winning
Yeah,
there.
They must work hard.
Add into the Blackburn demise, Cardiff win.
Cardiff win.
How are Cardiff doing in the Championship?
They're doing all right. They're doing well.
Promotion spot.
Let's have a look.
I couldn't tell you from my head.
I hope it's a good game. I hope it's something ridiculous.
You
like
think it's going to be a good game? Well, I don't.
5-4.
It's not going to be.
Sitting third in the Championship.
See, because they're doing well.
What,
Nice win
3-2
this week
Cardiff.
over
Them
Notts
Blackburn are
Forest.
poor.
I think it will be like a high-scoring game.
3-2
think?
Cardiff.
4-3.
Yakubu. Oh, I fancy Yakubu to score in this game.
Fancy Yakubu.
That's a
Yakubu will
tip.
start.
Get that down.
I wouldn't be surprised though if
Yakubu.
Cardiff give Blackburn a hammering.
I don't listen to anyone's tips but Tom's. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Tom is the man. Right then. Cardiff Blackburn. Tom, give us your
Depends
your
what
prediction.
team they put out. If Blackburn put a full-strength team,
Yeah, but
I think they'll nick it.
You fancy a Blackburn win?
I think Blackburn and Cardiff.
result.
full
We
strength
need the
is
result.
pretty
Tom.
equal.
I think that.
I'll say a 2-1 Blackburn.
2-1 Blackburn.
Oh,
Oh,
controversial.
I wouldn't put that
High-scoring
on, Andy.
game.
I would not put that on.
That's not the tip.
That's the
but
tip,
it's
that.
not.
Don't let him have another one.
Have you got a tip for the day today then, Tom, or not?
Yeah. Do you want me to?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll just have a bit of music.
Come on.
Right.
And then we'll
Come back
we'll
with
get
a
on
tip.
with Thomas Shots
Looking forward to
tip
it.
of the week.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed money back. Right, here we go then. The pressure is all on Thomas Shott.
Dun, dun,
Give
dun.
us your tip of the week.
Is this the point of the
You've
show
had
where
your music
a
intro
big Tom
now.
Shot face comes in our living room and tells
Yeah.
us what to put on?
Yeah.
Well,
Live bets.
everyone's agreed
Bets
with this
in
already,
play
but
now.
I think Chelsea at 5-6 again. It's basically evens.
We don't want negative
If
odds.
Liverpool.
I'm
put-
not betting against
What about-
Liverpool, so can we have another one?
What about Liverpool? 3-1 Liverpool. That's decent.
Yeah,
I
there we
prefer
go.
the Liverpool one.
This is the cup. Chelsea can play
It's
a
the
weekend
cup.
side as well.
Yeah, they could, but I think Villa Sports will want to win something
I
at
thought
least.
AVB?
Well, AVB.
What about Arsenal? Arsenal at home.
And going off
19
what I
to
said
10.
earlier, a little bit of a risk could be the Blackburn at 15-8. I think they could nick it if they put a good team out. So
Here's one for you. Man United, poor form recently. We just drew
Yeah.
at home.
no chance. No.
This is
chance.
Parky's
Man
prediction
United,
now.
Crystal Palace draw 5-1.
I can't see anything but United to win.
Is it draw over not?
Is that
draw
because
over
you're a
90
United
minutes?
fan?
Yeah.
No, I just think
Draw
United,
over 90 minutes.
United
Yeah.
are a much better team.
No, I can't see that.
But yeah, Chelsea 5-6.
I'm not betting against
That is
Liverpool.
the bet.
That is your bet of the day.
Here we go.
Yep.
I was looking forward to that.
Well, I'm putting money on it now, and if it don't come in, Tom,
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
You might as well give me your money.
I'm going to bet for Liverpool as well.
Get some on that.
We'll go against each other again, Jamie.
We'll go around then. Jamie, give us your bet of the week.
I don't know. I don't have one.
Who would you be?
Oh well.
Who would you be tipping?
Uh,
You've got Cardiff
yeah.
11-8, Blackburn 15-8, the draw 12-5, Chelsea 5-6, the draw is 13-5,
Cardiff.
Liverpool 3-1.
Cardiff. I've had
Cardiff. You'd have your money on Cardiff.
Yeah, I would.
Right, Danny.
Cardiff.
Cardiff again.
Cardiff in a game with Yakubu to score.
Yakubu to
See,
score.
I was thinking like a special
I've got a
bet.
strong feeling
Especially the odds up
Yakubu's
there.
going to come in.
I'd bet on Cardiff Blackburn game being more than 4 goals.
A goal fest.
A goal fest.
We all
Goals
like, we
galore.
all like fests.
You know what?
We all like fests. Goal fests.
You're on your own.
Love a good fest.
Don't you like a goal fest?
Jamie loves a good
We all
fest.
love a goal fest.
Just didn't know what you meant by fest.
Yakubu, first goal scorer, 6-1.
Festival.
The first goal.
Yakubu first goal scorer. Can we do a scorecast?
You can do, yeah, I think so.
Yakubu first goal scorer. 3-2 to Cardiff.
If this comes in, I will eat my shorts. As better
Oh,
since
remember that. Get that wrote down. He said that.
What's that for? Is that just for you?
What-
You can write that down because it's not coming in.
Repeat what you
Yakubu
said.
to score?
What was your thing?
No, if
Yakubu to
it's-
score.
And
Right.
3-2.
And 3-2
No
to
chance.
Cardiff.
No chance.
I'll sit in my boxes with the show, with the whole show next time.
I'll join you
If-
as well. In
if
Why
that
is, it,
comes
why is
through.
everyone getting their boxes out? If,
I thought that's quite.
What's your
I
score,
think, 'cause
Danny?
I
What's
said
your
over
score?
4.
Yeah.
3-2 to Cardiff with Yakubu to score. I'll go Yakubu score at any time.
Oh, I thought this was a,
250 to 1.
I'll give you that 250 quid myself.
Alright,
Alright,
accept
right,
that.
Right, forget all other bets.
Right,
There we
no,
go.
Scrap the bet, I'll just take 250 quid.
Yakubu, first goal scorer, 3-2 Cardiff.
Yeah, go
I
for
did
that.
say only for over 4 goals. And I
There we
think
go.
that's a good shot.
Thomas Shot, let's just reiterate.
Whoa.
Jamie's sitting in them. Tom's eating them.
Yakubu, Danny wants Yakubu.
I'll eat my shorts, yeah. If this
No,
comes
you
in.
said 250 quid.
I'm not giving
And
He
you were
said
sitting in your
250.
boxes.
I'm a
Now you're
student.
getting a bit nervous
I'm a
about it.
student.
You're getting
Overdraft.
nervous.
Overdraft to get it out.
250 quid.
Getting a bit nervous.
I'd say
I think, now.
eating
Bit
shorts
cold
is
feet.
worst anyway.
I know, let him eat Jamie's shorts.
No, I said I'll be sitting in them, not I don't want them to eat.
I've got bad images.
Oh god.
Anyway, let's have enough of this.
Right, well, that brings us to the end of the show.
Have we
this
got no
evening.
sports news today?
We've got no sports news. We've not come
Oh.
through yet.
Damn.
I can go through a bit with you if you want a bit of reaction to a bit of sports news.
Yeah, I wouldn't
why
mind,
not?
Luke. Actually.
See what people have to say about speed, maybe.
I can go through a bit
It's
of speed.
harmful
So obviously
drug.
we've got footballers and fans have started to
Yeah.
pay their tributes to Gary Speed. Obviously we're all very shocked by the death of Gary Speed, particularly to find that he's hung himself.
Yeah, that's the worst bit.
We got some tributes, have we?
We can get some tributes in.
I think it's only right, really.
It's been a good one
Probably
from
a
Robbie
fitting
Savage.
end to
hasn't
the
it?
Just
job.
got one in from David Beckham, obviously, who's been talking
Oh yeah.
about his move also to either PSG or staying at LA, and apparently that's what it's between them two. That's where he's got contract offers from. Former England captain David Beckham played against Speed on a number of occasions and just has done a short tribute to Gary Speed himself.
An amazing, talented player, a player that had such a glittering career and just began a great career in management as well.
It's nice to see, obviously, a great figure in football respecting someone who's played against, not played with, maybe not know personally, but he's still showing his respect.
Yeah, such a high-profile player. That's nice of him to do that.
That's what you mean about no one has a bad word to say about Speed, do they? So
He's obviously a
I mean, everyone's
well-respected man.
devastated. Everyone's devastated.
It's so long since he played in England as well. He could have just shied away from it all because it's not English football. It's nothing. He's obviously in America, but obviously he wanted to come out and pay his respects and.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Obviously, Speed, last club he played for in the Premier League was Bolton. Just a few thoughts from the Bolton fans here on the death of Gary Speed.
He wasn't just a footballer, he embodied himself within the club itself.
He actually ran our midfield for us at the time when we were making progress.
He had everything in front of him with Wales, and it's just so hard to come to terms with what's happened.
A few of your mates there, Danny, from the outside the Reebok.
Familiar accents there.
Do you know that, mate?
I've probably seen him at the games. Yeah.
Bumped into a few.
Also, when we've been talking about Steve Keane, he's been a big topic tonight on the show. He just wanted to say about his. He was chatting with Gary Speed last week, and he couldn't really understand and come to terms with his death yesterday.
I only spoke to him on Thursday because we've obviously got a young Welsh player, Adam Henley, and I spoke with Gary and I said, if he wanted to come up and have a look at him, quite closely, and he was going to do that next week. So it's shocking news.
So many people just can't believe that what has happened. Can
It's
they?
just
Really?
like that. He's planned to do things in the future, so I don't know what his incentive is.
Really can't get our heads around this one.
No.
Because he brought a new style of play to Wales, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think it's given everyone a numb feeling, really, because totally out of the blue.
I don't know how to react. Really.
It's very. We can say his death is selfish. I think.
No,
we don't know the circumstances of why he's done it.
Yeah, I think you have to wait.
But if you think of money issues, or I'm thinking of money issues, it can be.
I feel more sorry for his family than I do for him.
No, but it is selfish. Suicide's always selfish.
Yeah.
He's left behind a lovely wife, 2 kids. He had everything in front of him, so I just don't know why.
Clearly shows money can't buy you happiness.
Definitely. Phil Gartside, Bolton chairman, Danny. Obviously, it was the last club that he played for. Speedy just said it's hard to come to terms with, really.
As a friend, as a colleague, as a whatever, I just think it's a huge thing to have lost somebody as nice a man as he was in football. It's in life. It's not to comprehend. It'll take some time.
Yeah, just can't understand. I won't ever be able to understand what his family's going through right now. His wife and his 2 little kids. I mean, how does his wife explain to his kids what's happened?
How old are these kids doing now?
Yeah, I think they're only young. I'm not sure.
I think they're both like school age. I don't think they're old.
No, yeah, they're definitely young. Yeah.
You listen to all the tributes as well, and they're always saying "my friend Gary," and he was such a good friend. It's not like Gartside could have just said he played at the club. He was a personal friend, and he.
Robbie Savage has done some nice tributes for him as well, because he was a good friend of Gary. Yeah, it's just very touching now. Everyone in football seems to admire him.
Right then, we'll go on to a bit of gossip then, away from send the show on a nicer note. Away.
I've
from
got a
the
nice
death.
little off-topic bet for the end of the show, by the way.
Right, we'll come to that at the end. Then
Yeah.
we've said about Tevez. We'll move on then. Liverpool. Here's one for you, Andy.
Yeah.
Apparently considering a shock move for out-of-favoured Barcelona striker David Villa.
Loan move, I've heard.
Yep.
In
Would that be a
January.
welcome addition to
Oh,
Anfield?
of course it would be.
He's a massive player.
Anyone would want David Villa in the squad, because he's struggling to get in now, isn't it? At Barca. Now they've got
Sanchez.
Alexis
for like
Sanchez.
Well, apparently he's fell out with Messi. That's the main reason behind it, apparently.
And if you fall out with Messi, you're not going to get the ball off him, are you? So I'd love him to come. I'd absolutely love him. I like him anyway, but I think he'd be brilliant at Liverpool.
Another big one then. Blackburn Rovers will hand manager Steve Keane, if he's still there, in January, a transfer kitty of 10 million as the Ewood Park
Not
club
enough.
try and buy their way out of relegation trouble. Is money the answer to get Blackburn out? I don't think so.
Well, 10 million is definitely not enough. So no.
To buy Premier League quality players,
It's not even half a decent
£10 million
player.
not enough.
That'll buy a few average League One players.
It's about what they've already
Like
got.
the Cambridge United squad. Not worth that much.
If it's true though, the
Take the
owners
million off.
must expect that he's going to stay there. So
10,000.
Have some confidence.
No.
Well, in reaction to that,
£10.
former Blackburn Rovers striker Les Diouf, now playing at Doncaster, and I think he was given the captaincy last week, has warned the club's owners that they'll be relegated from the Premier League unless they sack manager Steve Keane. I think we're all in agreement with
Definitely,
that.
definitely agree.
He's actually said
Was
something
that
that
El
makes
Hadj
sense.
Diouf?
Yeah, Les Diouf
Oh.
said that.
I
So
don't
he's not
listen to
punched
anything
anyone
Diouf
or
says.
anything. He said something quite smart.
Yeah, he said
He hasn't
something
spat
quite
at anyone either.
No, he's done well.
He might have spat at Steve Keane if he sees him.
Oh,
Won't put it past him.
He was just doing it in the direction of Steve Keane, though. He didn't mean to hit him.
No,
Like he didn't mean to hit the kid and Arjun Dzeu.
No, El Hadj Diouf used to play at Bolton, didn't he, with Gary Speed? I watched some videos earlier of him playing with him. So I wonder if El Hadj Diouf's done the tribute
Careful what you say.
to Gary Speed.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if he's done the tribute, because he used to play with him at Bolton.
Not seen one.
Here's one for you. On the back of our main topic, managers in trouble. The bookmakers have actually suspended betting on the dismissal of Sunderland manager Steve Bruce after supporters turned on the boss following Saturday's late defeat by Wigan. Now, bookmakers know more than us. Does that mean Steve Bruce has already gone?
I don't think they know more than Tom, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Tommy's the man.
What's your view on this, Tom?
Bet@tom.com.
Set it up, get it done.
Bet@tom.com. Latest odds.
Nice rhyme.
I like the little rhyme, yeah.
Nice flow. Yeah. Yeah, I think he might get sacked. Who've they got next week? Do we know?
I'm not sure they've got next week.
Well, most likely away, so
It's got to be a win-win.
form's not been good. Yeah, I think he'll be going.
I
soon.
think give him. I don't know actually. I'd say give him 3 or 4 weeks. Like a couple more games. See if we can get him any higher up.
Straight swap at the Reebok. Owen Cole to Sunderland. Get Steve Bruce in.
Sunderland's next 2 games, 4th of December and the 11th December.
That's the better. It's Man City.
Away against Wolves.
Oh.
Big game.
Winnable.
The next game at home to Blackburn. 2 massive games. If they can get 6 points out of that pushes them out of trouble.
That's what I was saying. Give him time. There's no point. You don't want to disregard.
Well, look at the next 2 games. See what results they get.
You don't
they should be looking to get 6 points.
At least 3
if
points.
he gets 6 points out of that puts him in a better position. That's going to put him mid-table, I would say.
Yeah, of course, because everything's so congested.
Yeah,
if they
so
lose them 2,
win's
they're
a
in
big
massive
win.
trouble. Wolves and Blackburn both around them. If they can't get anything out of them 2 games,
Yeah, Benny needs to go.
that is it. That's the end for Steve Bruce. He's got 2 games.
Yeah.
He could have gone before Christmas, or he could have kept his job by Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Right then, Jamie, give us what your...
Oh, I need a bit of music in the background for this.
You want a bit of music?
It's,
Right
it's
then,
off
we'll
topic.
give you-
it's
we'll give
it's
you a
not
bit
about
of
football.
music.
It's just a good bet. I think you should put your money on it.
Who you, what, me?
Nah, well, you could, yeah.
Alright,
Good bet here. We've got Misha V at 10-1 to win the X Factor after surviving elimination at the expense of Janet Devlin.
There's a reason she's been in the bottom 2 like 4 times because no
Good bet
one
on
likes
that.
her.
10-1. That's what I'm saying.
not gonna win.
Listen. to
Whoever
me.
told me to come on the show and listen to Tom and Jamie give betting tips
Misha B.
wasn't listening.
I always cried when Javelin went. Like Janet went.
It's more like Amelia Lily's going to win.
Misha B.
Amelia Lily.
Rachel Adedeji.
There we go. That's it.
That is it. That is the end of our first...
Signing off.
Oh, it's been lovely, lads. It's been lovely.
Our the final whistle show.
Official podcast.
Check out the website, www.parklifepodcast.movefruit.com. All the podcasts on there. Our latest views, news, whatever you want, our own personal blogs, all on there within the next couple of days. So we're signing off now and ready for the next show on Thursday or Friday. That is the early kickoff show where we'll discuss all this weekend's fixtures, and we might even have a bit more news by then on the Gary Speed, as I know the inquest starts tomorrow. So it's goodbye from all of us.
See you, lads.
Goodbye, lads.
Bye. See you later.
And there we go. That's the end of the show. Goodbye.